Hello everyone and welcome back to the Build Newcrest Legacy Challenge here on Gabby's side. I hope you all had a nice sort of holiday season so far and are all doing well. I'm recording this on New Year's Eve actually, so if this goes out today or even tomorrow, Happy New Year everyone. Let's hope that 2021 is going to be a better one for everyone. But yeah, welcome back everyone. So in today's part I wanted to actually build, of course. I had a little bit of a meltdown. Because what we have so far, these houses at the top, which is supposed to be the lower neighborhood, I actually do want to redo the two starter homes at some point, but I think I'll just do that off screen. And what we were working on for the time being was actually the sort of middle class neighborhood over here. And where they lived, Sammy and the family, they lived here in the townhouses a lot. I really like the townhouses, but you guys know that I changed my mind so quickly, and I didn't know if I wanted to make the gym where the townhouses are. It just didn't work out for me. So then I moved the family over here, and then I was building the gym over here, and it was just a whole mess. So I kind of want to take a moment and just talk to you guys about what my plans are now, because I changed my mind a little bit again, I know. Don't hate me, it just happens. I'm very indecisive when it comes to these things. Okay, so let's just go through it, because we're doing the legacy challenge, of course, but it's about building Newcrest. So what we have so far is lot 1 was the park. Lot 2 was the lower class neighborhood, so these two starter homes. Then we had the library for lot 3, which is over here, and of course this is also supposed to be a lower class neighborhood house, but you know, it's the main family home, so it's a little bit bigger. So yeah, those are the sort of lots that we have at the top. Number 4 is supposed to be the gym, which was supposed to go over here, but I'm going to put it over here now in Averis Acres. It's a big lot, but it's next to the golf course, so I kind of like the idea of that, having a gym kind of next to the golf course. So it's kind of also like a you know, a place we can go golfing, but also to the gym, swimming pool, etc. It will have everything inside. And then we have the family living here at the moment, but I think this is where I'm actually going to put the lounge, which is level 8, so that's much later. But for now the family can go basically, I think, over here in the middle. And the reason for that is that the next generation we're going to work on is going to be generation 5, and 6 is the middle class neighborhood. So if we build the bar over here, the other 4 lots can be used for the middle class neighborhood. And then over here we will have the gym, the lounge, and we will also have a museum. And then it leaves these two. Oh, wait a minute. No, we also have a nightclub. Okay. So maybe we'll have a bar and a nightclub over here. Or over here, let's say the nightclub. The bar is here, and then we have houses, 3 middle class houses. And then we have the gym, the lounge, museum, and 2 higher upper class houses. I think that's the plan, guys. That is the plan. If that is very confusing, I'm sorry. I just wanted to update you all so you guys know what I'm planning to do, because I myself got confused at some point, so you know, it happens. So we're going to evict the family now, and we're going to move them here. That's where the bar is going to be. So we're gonna build them a new house yet again. I know. So here, ignore this. I was recording for so long the other day, guys, because I wanted to build them a new family home. And you know when you get on The Sims and you're like, yes, I can build something, and you cannot for the life of you build anything. Like, this is as far as I got. Just 2 boxes, and then I just gave up again. I closed my game. So yeah, apologies for not really uploading much this week. So today we're going to try to build the family home for Sammy and all of his kids. And then I think, you know, we are going to be, yeah, just living here for now. This is where the gym is gonna be, houses next to us, and then a nightclub over there. So this is gonna be more like a party place with the nightclub and the bar and everything, but I think that's fine. I mean, it's okay. So yeah, I think that's the plan, guys. So I'm gonna go into this I'm gonna go into the speed build part of the episode now because I just want to get building. So sit back and enjoy, guys. Hi everyone, hi again. I'm filming it the next day. Unfortunately, I couldn't get a video out yesterday, but I hope you all had a really lovely New Year's Eve, safe, healthy, feeling good so far. That's the main thing that we can hope for 2020. 2021, oh my goodness. We're in a new year, Gabby, for goodness sakes. So anyway, guys, we're gonna be building the house today. But I have a treat for all of you, I hope anyway, because I made this video and I usually put music in the background, of course. And I was like, you know what? Today we're gonna start the new year with the soundtrack of the Sims games. So we have Sims 1 music. At the moment, Sims 2, we're going to Sims 1, a little bit of Sims 3, I think, and then Sims 2 again. We're gonna have a good time. So I've got my coffee ready over here. I'm gonna be slurping that along the way. I hope you guys have a beverage, snacks maybe. It's a long video. You don't have to stay here for all of it. I don't blame you. But we're just gonna have a really nice nostalgic time, I hope. Because, I don't know, it's a new year and I love The Sims so much. And I keep saying this, but I think we've got one of the most sort of like loyal communities of gamers, right? That a lot of people who have played The Sims, at least like around my age, they've been playing the game since like Sims 2, Sims 1 time. And that's insane to me that we are so in love with this game. And just, I was like picking out the different songs and so much nostalgia. I can't. Like, I used to play The Sims with my mom. I remember when I was still really young, and my mom also loved the game. We were playing Sims 2 like at the weekend. It was like Sims 2 marathon for us. So we would have the TV on, we would have our laptops on the sofa, and we would just be downloading custom content together and showing it off to each other. And my mom used to create so much drama on The Sims. I think this is where I actually get it from, because she used to be the drama maker. I was always creating the perfect happy families in the game. Oh, it was great. It was great. So yeah. Anyway, we're starting a new year with The Sims, of course, and yeah, we're just gonna be nostalgic about the games because they're great. And you know, in one way, it does make me sad that The Sims 4 isn't as good, I guess, compared to the other ones in terms of like the gameplay. But you know, I think when we look back, it will still have that same feeling. Maybe not as strong, but it will still be like a nostalgic feeling. At least for me, I've had a lot of fun in this game. And last year was the first year I started my YouTube channel, really. So I mean, I started it a little bit beforehand, but I really didn't know what I wanted to do on the channel. And now I'm like, okay, this is the one. I'm so glad I started this legacy challenge, and you guys seem to be enjoying it. Thank you so much for those of you who comment and just watch my videos and have notifications on. It's so lovely. When I started, I was just my partner knows this, and I used to like run into the room and I was like, oh, like someone watched it, like someone liked it or someone commented. It's the best feeling. So thank you guys. I just want us to hang out together, play a bit of Sims. That's all that it is, right? We're just playing a game. We're just playing a game together. And Sims 4, it has gotten us through some tough times this year, right? So we have to be thankful for that, for sure. Anyway, I am rambling on so much right now, but I'm just so excited. I love this house, actually. It's so the reason let me explain myself, because we're building yet another townhouse. It's like, Gabby, what are you doing? All we're making is townhouses. But the previous townhouse that we had, you guys know that I was building it for Sammy and his sister Bailey. And so it was like one house was supposed to be for her and her family, one house was supposed to be for Sammy. Then Bailey decided to die from laughter, as you do, and Sammy was left with like 4 kids. So I just thought the house didn't work very well. It was very hard to play in that house, in the 2 houses on the one lot. And it just made gameplay, like even probably to watch for you guys, not as fun anymore. and it's a bit stressful, and so I thought, you know what, we'll just build a new house for them, for the kids now, and for Sammy, of course. There's 4 bedrooms here in the house, and there's also the basement level that you guys have seen me now do, and that's where the butler will be staying. It's actually a really big space in the basement, and I didn't really use all of it, but I'll show you the screenshots at the end of the basement. And she's got lots of windows in there, so it's nice and light, you know, light I was gonna say lightful. Yes, it's very nice and lightful in there, guys. Can you believe I actually teach English as my main job? No. Anyway, so yeah, there's a lot of light coming through in the basement, so it's quite a nice space. And I was actually thinking that, you know, before, what I really liked that we did was use like the home lot to sell art, for example, or things like that. So maybe this family could also find some kind of hobby and then actually make a little bit of money from that. Maybe, we don't know, we'll see. But I just thought, you know, because the basement has its own door and stuff, perhaps that would be a nice idea for the family to have some sort of other income coming in. But yeah, I think Sammy won't be with us for much longer because he's actually an elder. He's close to, you know, so we have to make the space basically fit the needs, mostly of the kids, because they'll be the ones who will stay here for a longer time. As sad as it is, I mean, Sammy's been alive for longer than I expected. I was really, in the last episode, part 60, I really thought he was just gonna die before we could even finish his generation, and I was so sad, you know, in case that would happen, but it didn't. Everything's okay. But yeah, anyway, so that's why we're building another townhouse yet again, more fitted to the family's needs. And the other townhouse we built, I will still include it in this world, of course, so it's not gone to waste. But the gym will be in the other part of the world, like I showed you guys. I'll build that at some point next week then, I guess. It'll probably be out on the Monday or something like that. And I'm really excited because I'm actually in the works. No. I'm in the process of creating a whole new sort of like playthrough, and it's gonna be a little bit more, I guess, drama filled. I don't know how to explain it. Like, this sort of gameplay is really chill. I mean, for the most part, I don't really create much of the drama that goes on, believe it or not. It just kind of happens, and I really do enjoy that, of course, and I think it's fun to watch as well. But in the other gameplay that I want to do, it's gonna be more, you know, really like intense storylines, and I don't know, it's gonna be really catered to, you know, you watch the video and you know that things are gonna happen. Whereas in the Legacy Challenge right now, the one we're doing here, it's more like, okay, sometimes it's just gonna be really chill, like really nice family gameplay and stuff. And sometimes, of course, things might happen. People might die, people might get pregnant, we don't know. So yeah, you don't really know what you get, which I also really like. I like both, you know, styles. So yeah, that's something that I want to start, and it's gonna be very expansive. I'm still thinking of the world to play in. I was thinking of Windenburg because that world is really, like, it has the most slots in the game out of all the worlds that we have. So it would be really good to play in that one, because the way I want to play the world is that we rotate between different family households as well. And I know that Pleasant Sims does this a lot, as she rotates between her Sims. So I'll have to look into it. But yeah, it's something that I want to do for 2021. That is my goal for the channel, at least, to start the new sort of gameplay. And, you know, just to maybe make some other videos that are not just for the Legacy Challenge. But I think right now I'm just enjoying the Legacy Challenge so much. I don't even really want to create, or, you know, have time really to create other videos. So we'll see how it goes. I'm just excited, and yeah, I hope you all are doing well though as well, and have some goals in mind for 2021. I know that it's really hard though, you know, like mostly we would of course say like, oh, I want to go here, I want to visit this place, or I don't know, I want to I don't know, see my friend. You know, it's like stuff that we are just not able to do right now. So um and yeah, a part of me is also like, oh, I really want to do this and this. And I mean, I want to see my friends. I have a lot of friends who live in the UK, or you know, in Finland and stuff like that, in Switzerland. So it's hard, you know, not seeing your friends and family who live abroad. It's yeah, it's a little bit challenging in that case, I think. So it's hard to make goals for the next year, but you know, if we're staying hopeful, then maybe things will start to look up a little bit. But I also don't want to be the person like, oh, it's a new year, so let's just forget the corona like ever existed. It's still here. I think we need to be responsible, and you know, I was really struggling with the roof here. I'm just looking at myself struggling. Oh goodness. But yeah, no, we have to, you know, we have to still stay very responsible, careful with it. It's still around, unfortunately, and it will be for a little bit longer at least. So yeah, we shall see, we shall see. But yeah, no, so definitely more videos next year on the channel. Very excited about that. And yeah, I think that was sort of the New Year's plans. I don't know how we even got to that, but here we are. Oh, inspiration for the house, going back to the house we're building. This is just supposed to be like a townhouse that you might see in London. Hence why on the left side, I would imagine they would have neighbors directly next to them. And on the right, they do have a little bit of space. So that's why there's like a little path there. And yeah, they would have windows on that side too. Otherwise, the windows that they have are only at the front and the back, which actually I was surprised about. It gave enough light in the home anyway. It was lightful in the home anyway with the windows in the back and the front, but I added some on the side as well. So yeah, I kind of like the house. It's not my, again, it's not my favorite that I've ever built. You know, I think it's really just a normal home. But I don't know, I just kind of wanted to put the video out anyway, so we can catch up a little bit and I can talk to you guys, and yeah, just take a little bit of a breather before we carry on with the legacy challenge. You know, that was my idea for this sort of video. Oh, and the floor plan, I struggled so much with that, and the color scheme, oh it was a struggle because I really didn't know at first what kind of style I wanted in the home, like a modern or traditional style. And you know, the last home that Sammy had was very modern, so I thought maybe a mix between the two would be best in that case. But yeah, I like to keep these things in so you guys can see kind of what my process is when I'm building a home and how I lay out the floor plan. I don't think it's the best floor plan, but it works in the end. But that's, you know, that's how I learned to build on The Sims. I think most of what I've learned really comes from Devin Bumpkin on YouTube. He's an amazing builder. And I was also really considering making like real-time build videos. So like building this, but you guys will be able to hear me you know, make the decisions, talk to you guys for what I'm doing. But I'm such a slow builder. Like you can see even here, I just changed my mind so many times that I think this build video was about 3 hours or something. Like it took me about 3 hours time to build it. So I don't know if that's a good idea, like 3-hour videos. I think all of you would just fall asleep probably, because I wouldn't be saying much and I wouldn't be doing much, and it's just too long. So yeah, I think I'll keep it like this for now, but maybe if we're doing like a small home or something, I can do some real-time builds and we'll see how that goes. But yeah, no, so yeah, floor plan is, it's coming along slowly. It's coming along slowly. Oh yeah, the soundtrack that we're listening to right now is from The Sims 1. I actually haven't played The Sims 1 that much. I do remember it vividly. I remember all the Sims games vividly because they're like my favorite games in the whole world. And The Sims 1, I remember mostly because of how quirky it was, I think. It wasn't the first Sims game I played though. I started with The Sims 2 for sure. Because at the time we didn't have a laptop or PC. So I used to play at my cousin's house and they had The Sims 2 and I was really young, you know, they were older so they knew what they were doing. I don't even remember if I understood the game well. I was probably like, oh, it looks fun, it looks pretty. And then after that, I think for some reason then I went back to The Sims 1 for a little while, I think. And most of the time though I spent playing The Sims 2. Sims 3, I don't know about you guys, but I mean, it used to crash all the time for me. Now I can play the game now on the PC that I have, but you know, I would have preferred to have been able to play it when I was younger, because I think when I was younger it was really one of my favorite games. I don't know if I preferred it to The Sims 2 over The Sims 2, but yeah, I don't know. I think it was just a lot of fun, you know, it was open world and you had so many things you could do, and yeah, it was just lovely. It was a really, really nice game. Just a shame that it didn't work for like 90% of people, which is terrible when you think about it. But yeah, they were overly ambitious, but you know, I think now we would prefer that to not having enough content in the game, you know? So, oh well, these are things that you can only know after some time. But yeah, it was a really, really fun game. And then Sims 4 I did get from the very beginning. I actually didn't like it at first. I even went back to The Sims 2 for a while, The Sims 3, I don't remember. But the thing that I really, really like about The Sims 4, I mean, I really like to build, so for me, it's like a building simulator, right? You can really build beautiful homes and decorate them nicely. The cast options are great in The Sims 4 because, again, you can modify your Sims so easily. There's a lot of freedom in the game that we haven't gotten with the other games. But, so yeah, no, I couldn't really play the other games for too long because I was like, oh, but the beautiful graphics and the freedom. So I think I always kept coming back to The Sims 4. And actually, you know, watching YouTube and watching Simmers, like, I used to watch a lot of Deligracy, and I still love her playthrough of oh no, what was it called? Oh, the Parenthood one. She did a Parenthood playthrough. I don't remember the Sims names that she used, but it was such a good playthrough. That's kind of what I'm hoping to do with my other playthrough that I'm planning basically for this year, because it was just so well done. It was so interesting to watch, and yeah, I don't know, that's what I'm kind of aiming for, because I really, really used to love to watch you know, YouTubers play The Sims. Sometimes I think I prefer that to even just playing it, you know. I like watching other people play it, and I don't know, some people are just so creative with the game. It just amazes me because, you know, when you're playing it on your own, it just becomes stagnant, right? Sometimes you just think, oh, like, what else can I do? Like, I've done everything, you know? So no, that was really got me into The Sims 4. And I think also, like I said, just watching Devon build, I've never seen anyone build like that on The Sims. Like, he makes it so realistic, and I was just like blown away. And the CC as well, that's, you know, I've only started to use CC from watching his videos. And I was like, oh wow, like, I didn't know this kind of CC existed. So yeah, that's where it all started from. But yeah, going back to The Sims 1 though, I do remember that I think the holiday worlds were my favorite worlds. I still remember there was one, and it was like in a wintry place, and you could like go, you know, skiing on the little like slope thing. And what else? I think there were loads of activities. I don't remember anymore, like a sauna, I think, or something. And in another place that used to be like a swimming pool, hot tubs, kind of like more like a tropical, you know, summer holiday destination and stuff. It was just so much fun. And I also think that making magic pack in The Sims 1 was really, really fun. But I don't think you can play The Sims 1 anymore. And even The Sims 2, I have it all on CDs. DVD, sorry. No, CD. Oh my goodness. I'm having like an existential crisis. I'm like, whoa. CD, DVD, it is a CD. DVDs are for movies, right? God. Oh, a New Year. Not as smart to me. No, but yeah, so I remember. What was I even saying? Oh, I don't know, guys. I don't know. See, here we go. That's what happens when I'm trying to have a normal conversation. But yeah, the Making Magic pack was really good. There was one where they could become like celebrities. Oh, that was really good as well. And the one we could go on a restaurant, like on a hot date. I think even the pack was called like Hot Date or something like that. That was great. Wait a minute, I just remembered that in this house I didn't put a bar. And we need a bar for Darwin. Oh no. See, this is like a blessing and a curse of watching your own building videos, because you're like, oh my goodness, I forgot to do this, and this. But no, it's okay. I mean, I can put one downstairs in the basement. I think, you know, the butler, I don't know if we need a butler anymore. Technically, we could just hire a maid. So we could just convert the basement level to like more of a chill out for the teens. We could put a bar in there, maybe some games, kind of like a university hangout place, you know? I was actually considering just sort of making the home that they live in right now, the one that we're building, into like a university home as well, because they're all going to be teenagers and they're all going to age up at the same time. So we could perhaps play a little bit of university with them, which I haven't done so far because, you know, I've focused so much on their jobs and careers and families. So maybe that could be fun just to have a little bit of a different gameplay. But I think I will be doing sort of 2 generations at once again, or even 3. And I know that's not really the way you're supposed to play the Legacy Challenge. But yeah. The sigh of like, oh god, because I feel like so many things have happened in the game that has slowed us down, and I know sometimes that's my fault completely, but yeah, I don't mind playing like 2 at once or something like that, just so we can catch up a little bit with the whole generation gameplay. So yeah, we'll see how it goes, but that's just what I'm thinking, doing a little bit of university gameplay maybe with these guys, because, you know, they're all gonna be young, they've all got big dreams, they're all very smart, you know, I don't know, they just maybe want to go into university together, and maybe, you know, Sammy would hope that for the kids. You know, I feel like the whole point of the legacy is that you kind of improve your houses, your Sims, your, I don't know, just family well-being as you go along, right? You're sort of supposed to be improving it as you go along. So I think it makes a lot of sense that, you know, as we do move on, everyone gets a little bit smarter and more ambitious, and they do much better in their jobs. And it all started because of Stevie. So yeah, I really want to do like at the very end, when we reach 100 episodes, just have like a montage basically, and best moments or something like that. I think that would be so much fun. It would take a long time to go through everything again, but it would be so fun to look back on, because I think this series I've been doing now since September or something like that. And I know that's nothing, you know, some people, I don't know, like I think little Simsy took years and years, like 5 years to do the 100 baby challenge. So yeah, so it's really nothing compared to that, of course, you know, but it's still quite a while. And it's, yeah, the first series that I've done, so it's always gonna be very special, I think, definitely. Yeah, the downstairs is coming along now. We are just putting a sort of, you know, guest toilet and stuff. And I also kept the hallway, like where the stairs are, like the entryway, very, very white, clean looking, etc. because I want to put some family albums in there. We just haven't got any, which is really, really sad, because I don't think even with, I think with Parker we did, but with Sammy, with the kids, for sure not. So yeah, I will take some time to take family photos of all of them, especially before Sammy, you know, leaves us. So yeah, we will definitely put those in there. That's why it's very like empty looking right now, but that will be fixed later. But yeah, no, so I've kind of play tested the house already. It works fine, everything's okay with it. And yeah, I just wanted to create a little bit more space. You know, the last houses that we were in, the townhouses, they were really cluttered, and I liked building them, I like playing in them, but you know, when it's over cluttered and you don't have a lot of space, it gets a little bit difficult after some time to play in them, especially with so many Sims. So yeah, I think this one is better suited for the family, and I really like their bedrooms. You know, I think we'll add more to them and change them up as we play, especially when you have kids or teens in the game. At least for me, I always change their bedrooms around and try to keep a little bit of their like kiddie bedrooms when they grow up, because you know, when you grow up you don't want to get rid of everything that you liked as a kid, but you do have those moments when you're like, oh okay, I don't want the teddy bears, I'm grown up. That, to be honest, that is not me. I still have teddy bears. I was gonna say I've never reached that stage where I got rid of my teddy bears. I remember my mom actually had to say, like, Gabby, like, you're too old, you know, for teddy bears now, and I'm like, no, please. I used to love having teddy bears, and I still do. They're just, I don't know what's wrong with them, you know? Let me have them. Let me have my fun. Oh my goodness. Just looking at this is giving me flashbacks. The floor plan upstairs, so difficult. I don't know. I know what you're thinking, Gabby. You could have just extended the house. You know, you have all that space, but no, I can't. It's not that simple. No, I wanted to keep the house the size, but it was so hard to get 4 bedrooms in. At first I was like, oh, I'll just do 3 bedrooms, that's easy. But then I remembered we have like 4 kids and Sammy. So then I was like, okay, well, Sammy needs his own room. Amy, the girl, probably wants her own room as well. Excuse me. And there's 3 boys, which, you know, probably wouldn't want to share just one room for 3 boys. It's a little bit, you know, too small maybe. So yeah, I had to make sure there were 4 bedrooms at least, and then 2 of the boys would share it. But goodness gracious, that was difficult, but we got there in the end. So here we are. This is the floor plan that I came up with, which is fine. I think it worked out. You know, the rooms aren't mega big, but I didn't want them to be, you know, as I said, the family will probably hang out and stuff. And I made sure that downstairs they had a lot of hobby things to do, like painting, I don't know, chess, TV. Maybe we'll add the video gaming thing downstairs as well. I should remember that. But yeah, so they have plenty of things to do downstairs anyway. And when we get to the outside area, there's gonna be a swimming pool and stuff, so they'll be fine. They'll be set. It was just, yeah, making sure that they all had their own space in the game, basically. So yeah, here we are now on onto Sammy's bedroom. No, we're not. We're gonna go into Amy's bedroom. I gave up on Sammy. I remember I started it and I was like, I'm not feeling this. Let's just go onto Amy's bedroom. And here I was just player testing a few things just to make sure that it works. I also did add a TV in the kitchen. There's one in the living room. There's a little one in the kitchen. In reality, I would say, you know, there's no need for a TV in the kitchen, but in The Sims, the fun, you know, let's imagine they come back home from work and they're really tense and stuff. It's nice for them to cook food and watch TV so their fun goes up. And I don't always like having the radio everywhere. Like in the last one we had the radios, and oh my god, they were constantly on. I don't remember when the radio was off. I think I spent like, I don't know how many hours just turning off the radio. So there's only one in this home that they can use as much as they want to, but I didn't want to add a radio everywhere. So that's why I decided to go for the TV in the kitchen. And oh, I added the little balls of yarn there as well in Amy's room. I thought maybe she might enjoy crafting a little bit. You know, it doesn't have to be like a full-time hobby, but maybe something for her to just do. And I did decorate the rooms as if, you know, they were for the teenagers, because they're all gonna actually age up, like I think in the next day, or even like the day that we're gonna play, which is crazy because I'm like, where has the time gone? Oh my goodness, I really don't know. Like, I think some people do play on the normal life cycle of Sims, and it just goes by so quickly. Or maybe I'm just a slow player. It could also be that. I'm just a really slow player. I don't get much done, probably. And now we are on to two of the boys' bedrooms, which is Darwin and Bo. Darwin and Bo, actually. Which is cool because Bo, of course, we kind of adopted him into our family. And yeah, Victor passed away. Only one of his twins remain, which is a mystery still. But Bo is living with us. I think he's part of the family. Like, he doesn't get on with the kids perfectly, but you know, I don't think their relationship will ever be really, really high. Like, I think he still is really, of course, heartbroken. He's sad. He's miserable, probably, that his dad left him. You know, that's normal. That's expected in this case. But I think he's, you know, Sammy's providing a good life for him, and like we saw in the last episode, he, I don't know, he had this like nice little face, and then yeah, he kind of got the mean trait. So I was a bit like, oh, because I was thinking, oh, he's actually a nice guy. Like, he's okay with all this. They'll get through it. But yeah, we will see. There's gonna be some tension for sure. But he is sharing the room with Darwin, who he's okay with. I think Edward was the one he was fighting with, basically. And Edward's room is that little one there, because he's just on his own. But he does have a desk and stuff, you know. All the kids have some facilities in their room and things to do. I know that in Amy's room I added a lot more instruments, but I just thought, you know, they'd be able to share all of them. It's fine. I just think if you have siblings, you just share stuff, right? I mean, I don't know. I never had siblings when I was growing up. So I do have a sister, but she's very young, so I don't really grow up and have those struggles with her. You know, if I was younger, then I would, obviously. But so I've never really experienced that. But I'm just guessing that you just share stuff, you know, or your parents are like, oh, this is for all of you. And you're like, oh, damn it. Why couldn't it just be for me? So yeah, I don't know. That's just how I imagine things like that to be. Okay, and now we are moving then onto Sammy's bedroom. Nothing special, to be honest. Just using the sort of the darker wood tones in here, which I kind of liked. But yeah, just a normal bedroom, really. Nothing too special, nothing too crazy with this one. And then there are 2 bathrooms upstairs, which I think should be enough for 5 Sims. You know, ideally there would be 3 bathrooms, but it's fine. There's a toilet downstairs as well. And then, as I mentioned, in the basement level, we'll add the butler's wing with her own ensuite, basically. And the door, you know, only she can access the downstairs area. So I think that's good enough for her for now, at least. And as I mentioned, then later we'll probably make it into like a more hangout space for everyone, which is really cool. And maybe we'll do some university gameplay and stuff, but maybe just from home, and we might get some roommates. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. I just like doing things a little bit differently for the Legacy Challenge, so it doesn't get stale, you know, to watch, and also for me to play. I want it to be really fun and interesting. But yeah, so that's sort of the upstairs done, and I think that we've only got the outside to do. And the basement, I don't really show that on camera because I didn't really even bother too much with it, because I just thought, you know, oh, this is really only temporary. And I know poor Marky, our butler, has not had a permanent sort of room, because in the last house she slept on an air mattress. Now she does have a better mattress, I promise you. I just honestly forgot to change her bed, which is really, really sad. Oh, and here I was going to actually fire her, because I was like, oh wait, there's not enough space for her. But then I remembered about the basement, so that's when I added her room there. So I do fix that, don't worry. She's not fired. I really do like our butler, and the kids get on so well with her. And for Sammy as well, I think she's been such a big help, you know, just to have around the house. So yeah. Oh, I did figure out there as well, I don't know if you guys saw that on the oven, but if you click on the oven, you can select preferred like cutlery, basically. So you could use chopsticks, different kinds of chopsticks, or you could use like normal knife and fork cutlery. So either way, you can sort of choose what you prefer, which is so cool. I didn't even realize that was a feature, and I just sort of found it accidentally. I was like, oh, that's like important to remember for another time. So yeah, that's a really fun feature. I really, really like that as well. I wish actually that in The Sims we had more different like cultural things, because I know with City Living a few things came up, but it wasn't, you know, gameplay wise, no. I think with this one they added a lot more, and you know, still probably not as much as we would want to see, but it is a start of it, I guess. So yeah, I'm quite happy with the Snowy Escape pack. As I mentioned to you guys, I haven't played it that much yet. It's like going on holiday there and stuff, but to be honest, as sad as it is, usually I just want to see what items they have in the pack, you know, casts, gameplay features, build items, etc. That's the main thing really, isn't it? As sad as it is. So yeah. Oh, and here's a little backyard. You know, again, if this was an actual house in London, you would probably not even have a pool, but I just wanted to add it because I don't think the family's ever really had a pool in their home, so I was like, oh yeah, it's fun. That could be a fun new feature. And I did add a little fence around it. Yeah, I don't know why actually, because my my thought process was like, oh, so that the kids, you know, can't really go in there like toddlers or something. You know, again, in The Sims they wouldn't, but realistically you would want some sort of guard around the fence, right? But now we're gonna have teenagers, but you know, maybe if they have kids or something in the future, then it's a little bit safer for the family to use to just send their kids off into the backyard. But yeah, so I mean, if you didn't like this, you could just take the pool away and stuff. I will upload this house onto the gallery, but I think I'll do that much later when all the houses are sort of finished and permanent residents are there, and that's probably going to be at the end of the legacy challenge, where we move different family members into the different houses and get them all ready, because now they're all aging and changing families and moving out and moving in, so a lot of changes right now. But yeah, we're coming to the end, guys, so I hope you liked it. I just rambled on for, I don't know, 14 minutes, but I hope you still enjoyed it, guys. We're gonna move on to the screenshots now, because I am rubbish at taking little videos of the gameplay. Yeah, I'm just not very good at that, so we'll just have screenshots, but I hope that's still enjoyable. Thank you so much everyone for watching, and I'll see you again next week. Have a lovely weekend. Bye everyone.